Question number 2 is from Miss McLaren of St Austell, who is in attendance at County Hall today. Miss McLaren, would you like to put your question?
Hi, is that on? Thank you for your time. It's both a controversial and urgent issue I bring. So the question is, climate experts agree our food system is unsustainable. Half of our arable land is used for livestock farming, which is an immense contributor to the climate crisis. Farmers could play a role in meeting net zero targets and transitioning towards a more sustainable system. Will you support animal farmers make those changes that are needed?
I'll ask Councillor Alvey, Portfolio Holder for Environment and Climate Change, to reply.
Thank you for your question, Ms McLaren. Having declared a climate and ecological emergency, Cornwall Council have worked with our tenant farmers and the wider industry to promote low carbon farming, short supply chains and regenerative agriculture, supporting the transition of Cornwall's food and farming towards an exemplar of low carbon and regenerative agriculture. With over 75% of Cornwall farmed in some way and over 75% of our farms being livestock and dairy enterprises, we recognise the importance of farming within our economy and the need to support all farmers to transition towards sustainable land use practices that will help us tackle both the climate and ecological emergencies. Cornwall Council and our national landscapes, formerly called the AONBs, are actively working to encourage and support such transitions, including the Forest for Cornwall, which has worked with farmers who have made essential contributions to reaching over 1 million trees and 1,000 hectares of new woodland across Cornwall, including planting some of the country's first agroforestry demonstrators. Local Investment in Nature Cornwall, or LINC, which is supporting the development of natural capital projects and connecting them to potential investors to help achieve 30% of land, rivers and seas well managed for nature by 2030. The Farming in Protected Landscapes programme, or FIPL, and our Nature Recovery Farms Liaison Officer, who are working with farmers to support them to transition to the most nature and climate friendly farming. Working closely with Benneman on our council farms estate to deploy technologies to capture fugitive methane and create renewable energy and transport fuel. And the Local Nature Partnership, Council and National Landscapes all hosted an award-winning regenerative farming hub at this year's Royal Cornwall Show, a first for the show. So we remain committed to the climate and ecological emergency responses, and we will continue to support all farmers to transition to sustainable land management practices that reduce greenhouse gas emissions, increase carbon sequestration and contribute to nature recovery whilst remaining viable and producing quality food for our communities.
Ms McLaren, do you have a supplementary?
Yes, I think so. Thank you very much. That was very thorough and informed. I'd like to contact all of those people. I'm wondering whether you actually accept that animal agriculture and fishing are some of the absolute worst climate emergency effectors. That's good. Poor language there, sorry.
Councillor Alvey.
I would agree that some farming practices involving animals are unsustainable. However, we support the most sustainable animal agriculture practices that we possibly can.